everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. Hope everybody's doing well today. I am here for a flip through of my Halloween journal, and I did a part 1 and part 2 of this on my channel that I will link below for you. But I did a lot more to it as far as decorating, and I wanted to show everyone the finished product, because I talked about the decorating part, especially when I do Tim Holtz. And for me, what happens is I have so many choices with all the things that I have and that he has out that I've purchased, that it does take me a really long time to decorate, because I'm, constantly moving things around and trying to make decisions. But anyway, this is the journal, and it is a hardcover. It's basically 2 pieces of chipboard that are, I thought I knew what it was, but about 8.5 by 6. And the chipboard, both of them are covered with this black material that is kind of, it's almost like a velvet, but it's got like a pattern in it. So it looks a little bit kind of grayish in spots. It's kind of cool. And I left the bottom frayed on both of them. You really can't see much of it in the front anymore because I covered it. The front of this journal is scrapbook paper, a piece of it that I had put on here, and it has, I don't know if you can tell, but it has a moon and has a little crow and some spooky trees and things in the background, just to be a background for this part right here. So anyway, let me show you the rest. It's kind of a 2-dimensional, 3-dimensional type thing. It has the frame here, and then this up here. I do have a lot of metal pieces on it. I did put, it's mostly Tim Holtz things in here, but then I have a few other things that I added from my stash just to kind of help it, just get it to where I wanted it to be, and also use up some of that stuff. There's mummy cloth here, and then there's another kind of, I don't know what you call it, fringe stuff that's hanging off the back. I have this came in, I think this is the 2023 pack, so is this something dreadfully wicked. And I have this picture behind it of this mansion, and then it has the broken glass transparency or whatever that, I think that came in the 2023 pack. And I won't be able to tell you which came from which unless it's very obvious to me, because I end up mixing it all when I sort through it, so I can't tell. But most of it's either 2022 Halloween or 2023, so it'll be one of those two. I did put some glaze on frosted crystal on all of these flowers, and this lady holding the crow, and the little crow here and there, just to kind of make it more durable. I did put texture paste on here just to make this window arch look a little bit more grungy and realistic. And it kind of matches the columns in the picture of the house. So, and she's kind of hanging over it, holding her crow, and she's got an owl basically perched on top of her head, and then you've got some bats flying over through the moon up through here. I used some rusted washers here just to add character, and some rusted end pieces here along with that metal. There is some little dangles hanging off, and there's the little rusted on the 31 there, and then a little rusted key And these little, I don't know what you call these things, whatever they are. I am going to include 3 bigger ones with this also, because this is pretty full and it's fine the way it is, but if you add a lot to it, you're going to want to put it on bigger rings, which is great about this type of journal because you can take the pages out, put them in, decorate them. It's really a great journal to add to. Anyway, so it has the 31 and the little key. So it's the key to the big haunted mansion. And this is really, it's not glaringly Halloween. It's more like a haunted mansion, abandoned house kind of a thing. So that's kind of more of the theme to it. So I didn't make it really super Halloween. Anyway, I did put a tie closure that goes through the back and through here. And then and I also put some rusted washers on there also. And one there on that tie. And on this one, I have it covered up with this metal medallion that is Tim Holtz. So anyway, let's open it up. And this is just a little ribbon tie that I put on there that's black, just to keep it closed. And when you open it up, you're going to see on the first page that I had this old house, like abandoned house picture behind here, and you can't really see that much of it anymore, but it's in the background. And I put this little moon up here with the little bats and this little boy, and I put under there by the light of the moon, and he has his wings and he's sitting under the arch with some mummy cloth. So I thought that was a cute little decoration. The way that I did this journal is I decorated it, but I also left lots and lots of room for you to add things to it. And that's why I'm going to give you the 3 larger rings. I think they're 2 inches, so it gives you double the size. So that way, if you want to add a lot to it, you can. Anyway, so I added a lot of these little cutout of these pieces in here, ephemera pieces, and I punched holes and put them in here because I figured you could write on that, put a picture, cover it if you want to. There's lots and lots of nice grungy coffee dyed papers. All of them have hole reinforcers on there that I vintaged up. On all of these planner pieces, I put the Tim Holtz washi tape as kind of a tab so that you could take those off if you want, and because they're, you know, obviously they're washi, they come right off. You can move them around, you can leave them, whatever you'd like to do. I have a lot of pockets in here and a lot of ephemera stuffed in the pockets, but they're all removable. You can put stuff where you want. I did a lot of collaging on these pockets with a lot of the Tim Holtz ephemera. And if you can see behind them, I left all this blank. So if you wanted to put a picture here or, you know, add something and maybe, you know, write something down. Anyway, I took a lot of the cutout pieces from the Tim Holtz Halloween backdrops and the wallpaper. Here's some wallpaper here. And I made little journaling cards, and I didn't put anything on them because A, you could write on the back, but also if you wanted to, you could put a picture there and glue it down, or you could just put it over here, or you could just put it on there and tuck it in. So I purposely did not add anything to a lot of these, just so that whoever gets it has lots of opportunities to do their own thing with it. So here's this collage down here. This is one of the cutouts, and I don't know what year it's from. It might be this 2023, not positive. So this is the background there. Of course, you could put your own picture in there. And then I put lots of ephemera in there for you to play with. And as I said, you could certainly move these around anywhere you want. I added a lot of the Tim Holtz transparencies to it. Here is another piece. This is linen paper that's been coffee dyed. And again, the washi tape. And of course, you can take that washi tape right off and then move it somewhere else if you don't want it there. And here's another transparency. This is part of the paper pack that had the abandoned house motif to it. And here's an old house there. And here's another window journaling card. So I thought that would be fun to add something to. On this page, again, I did another collage with all the Tim Holtz stuff. And then there's lots of ephemera in here. Tons of it. I wanted to make sure that you had lots and lots to play with. So this is the backdrop of that. And then this is the Halloween wallpaper. And I think that's from 2022. And I think they said they're not going to have that anymore. So if you want some, you better stock up. I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Cute little owl. Another little owl journaling card that I made. And then some other little journaling cards that go in there. So, and again, another one of these little short cards in there that you could write a note on there. And then here's some grungy music paper. So, and here's the periodic table. And as I said, you could put a picture on the front, you could write on the back, whatever you wanted to do. I really thought this was a good multi-year type thing. So here's some more of the wallpaper that I cut out and inked and put over there. Here is a Halloween picture. It says Beware the 31st on this collage. And this is one of the Tim Holtz pictures. And here's another one. And here's just some other ephemera in there. So here is a fun little journaling card that I made with some of the stickers and just a Tim Holtz person. And she's got this skull head with some crows. And anyway, it just says peculiar. And it has one of the little teeny tiny little clips up there. This is something that I copied a while back. And I thought it was kind of cool just to put in here. I thought it kind of went with it. Again, some more of the grungy paper with the Tim Holtz washi tape. And then here's another one that this lady says elixirs and potions. And I have her on a little journaling card here. I didn't decorate a lot of them, but I did do a few of them. And so you turn her over and you've got this Bowie casket company. It has strange things with this kind of strange looking guy. And then there's some journaling cards in there. And then here's another one from the papers, from the backdrop. And again, you can move any of this stuff around. So this one has this really cool, and all the papers in here that I used, other than the scrapbook papers that I point out, are all the Tim Holtz either 2022 or 2023 backdrops. So here's another little collage that I did that is all about fortune telling, and that's kind of the cards I put in there. So I put a lot of that stuff in. Here's another piece of wallpaper, and then here is another just a piece of that scrapbook paper. So I thought I made sure that I took most of the scraps and put them in here so that if you would be able to use that in the journal. So here's just kind of a collage that I did with these two little boys. I had to use them somewhere. I just thought they were really cute. And this is just some cutouts that I kind of layered and then put that on there. And it's just for decoration. And on here is another collage and all this ephemera. So again, you have all that background and lots of ephemera. Of course, you can use this to decorate and glue down and put wherever you want to write on. There's a few like little journaling cards like this that I decorated and stuck in there. And then like this is just a paper that I cut out into a tag that I thought was kind of cool, so I put that in there with it. So like I said, there is tons and tons of stuff in here, and you can certainly move it around, use it. Here's another one of those little cards, some more washi with some linen paper, another card here, and this is something I stamped with a Tim Holtz stamp. And it has used some, oh gosh, I can't think of what the name is, embossing powder. So just to make it look kind of cool. And here's the back of it. So anyway, and then here's that paper. And I added a lot of things like this on a lot of pages. Just so that I could leave these blank so that you could put stuff on there if you wanted to, and or move this around. But I wanted something on there so it would be decorated, so I just did that. Here's another one here, and again I just did a little collage in the front, and here's the back, and I did that little tag, uninvited guest, this cool little picture. And then these are, again, scraps that I made into little journaling cards. So that way you have lots to work with. I think hopefully I hit the mark between the making it decorated and then also allowing for your creative input too. Okay, so here's another page. Oh, and I also made sure that there was one of these blank pages in between the other two pages so that if you put something there and you wanted to write about it, you could, and then turn it over, you could write about that. Just to give you lots of room. This is another collage page. I didn't put a ton on this one. I left room here to write something. But I did add quite a bit in the pocket. So, and I couldn't tell you, I think these are from the 2023. And then here's some wallpaper. So you really, you know, get a lot. And I really wanted to make sure that I put a ton of stuff in here for people. If you like Tim Holtz, this is the journal for you. Okay, this one I used a little archway, kind of like I did in the front, but I did it a little different on this back of this page. And I used this big flower to kind of anchor these two. And I put a strange thing happened, and I don't know. And then to me, this looked, the archway is in a church, so I thought that was kind of cool with that. And then again, I put some more washi tape on the music paper. Here again, we have another collage, and this one's, you know, pretty plain. But I put these cute little kids that are dressed up on that tag. Here's another one that says masquerade. Here's some more little kids in that picture. And then there's three kind of blank tags. I don't know where that came from. So that you can, you know, put whatever you want on there. So anyway, there is lots and lots in these. So this is just a frame that came in one of the packs, and I took one of the cabinet cards and I put it in there, and then I put some paper on the back so that you could write on it. And I thought it looked really pretty. This is a really pretty page. I love this page. This is on one of the backdrops. So, and then here again is another grungy paper. Here we have another collage down here with, I don't know, brooms and something. And then here are, again, this is one of the wallpapers. and some other little journaling cards. They all go in here. There's little ones in there, big ones, so you can glue things down and do whatever you want to do. This one is just, I took a frame and then I took some paper and I put this little girl in there and I glued it down on the back of what looks like old boards or whatever. It's one of the backdrops, and it said Bloody Valentine. And then here are two pictures that I tucked in the side right there, just so that there would be something tucked in there. I left the side open, so it makes a little tuck spot for that. Of course, you can put whatever. And then here's another one of those pictures that I included. Another grungy page with some washi tape. Another journaling card that I put in there. And then this is a little side tuck that I put in there. And I kind of decorated a little bit. You could do more. And I just put a couple of journaling cards in there so that you could put whatever you want. Here is another little collage that I did. And it has a lot of cool stuff in there next to this cool transparency. And I've got this little head and all these other little kind of druggist and surgeon and all kinds of stuff like that go in there. I thought that was fun. So anyway, that is that. And then again, here's another transparency. And then this has this witch. She didn't have a witch hat. I put it on and I just put the silence. I don't know why. I just did. And this was from a journaling card. I thought it looked kind of cool against this. This has another one of those pages of the old house that I just put that on as just a side tuck in there with a couple of other pages. Of course, on these guys you can put your pictures, you can tuck your own things in, but I wanted you to have lots of places to put things. So here's another side of that, and here I made a little collage, and it has the 3 skulls on there. Oops. And I just put some little ephemera in there. Ghostly, beware. This looks like kind of a strange little family. These came in, I think that was a 2023, and this was a 2023. And then this lady, I don't remember what she came with. But anyway, that is what was in there. So lots of fun things to put in there. Again, another grungy page. And then here is another journaling card. This is the last page, and I put these 2 little kind of creepy looking boys looking like they're sitting on top of this roof. But there's a window here, and I grunged it up a little bit with some texture paste. And I put Toil and Trouble, and then I put Poison down here. So that is the decorating of the back. So anyway, that is my journal, and it is going to go in my Etsy shop. When you see this, it should be there. I did want to also remind people that I will be doing a drawing on Halloween, and this is just, let me get it for you. This is just a little journal. I've already kind of done a flip through of it. But it is just basically a little journal that I made, and again, it's the ring bound, but this one is really not heavily decorated. It does have a few decorations in it, but I will flip through it as I'm telling you what you need to do. You need to make sure that you are a public subscriber and that you comment on a video. It can be a used or old video, doesn't matter. It's basically started when I did my last video where I showed this flip through. I don't remember the date, but basically what you need to do is you need to comment on a video, and that gets you in. whether it's a new or old, it doesn't really matter. 1 comment per video, and every time you comment, that does enter you in. So if you watch 10 videos and comment 1 time per video, that's 10 entries. And this on the 31st, I'm probably going to try and do it about by 9 or 10 o'clock. Probably, let's just call it 10 o'clock Central Time. And I will cut it off then. I might not announce it then, but I will cut it off at that time as far as comments and on Halloween. And then what I'll do is I will just go ahead and pick from those comments. I number them as they come in chronological order, like 1 through 150, and then I'll pick a number. You know, I do a random number picker, and I could be on comment number 88 or whatever, and then that will determine the winner, and you will get this cute little Halloween journal. So anyway, I wanted to just say that we are having a giveaway, and I wanted to just thank you guys for hanging in there. I know that I'm not real consistent sometimes, but you know, life goes on, and then you gotta do other things. So anyway, I appreciate all of you, and I hope to see you soon. I was going to do 2 more Halloween journals, but I think I'm not going to have time. If I do them, I may do a flip through, and I don't know that I will sell them this year. I'll hang on to them probably for next year if I have time to do them. But they're going to probably be witches journals because I love doing them. They're not really Halloween, but you know. Anyway, thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon, and you take care. Bye-bye.